For me, my holiday plans are home. In July, we're doing what we did last year. We're going on a camper van staycation around the country. Last year, we did a lap of the country. This year, we're doing the opposite way. We're stopping in different places. And I'm really looking forward to it because we had a ball last year. So we
Sounds
want
like a
to find
hoot.
out. It was great crack. It was great crack. It really was. So we want to find. So that's my plan in July. We have a book for a long time, and we are staycationing, camper vanning around the country in July. So my answer to that question is home. So I want you to send me a WhatsApp to 085 825 2626 and answer this simple question. For your holiday 2021, are you going home, away, or neither? 085 825 2626. What's your holiday plan? Home, away, or neither?
It's hard to know. I mean, I was looking at the goalposts are changing every day. I mean, I heard Leo Varadkar saying earlier this week that he doesn't think it'll be August, he thinks, or August at the earliest before we can have any foreign travel. So you would be a bit worried about booking anything at the moment because it's the great unknown.
Back to last year, cancelling and moving.
Yeah, and I don't want to be
all that. Yeah.
I don't want to be on the phone to Ryanair for like a week trying to get vouchers off them for flights I booked. So for us, I think it's a bit more complicated when you have children. So if we didn't have children, we would probably try and get away later on. But the thoughts of bringing children on a plane in the middle of this, it doesn't sit well with me. So for us, I think it's going to be a staycation as well, and it's just the thoughts. I mean, last year we had a lovely staycation. We went down to the Gaeltacht and we had an Airbnb, and it was lovely and all that. But it was just the weather. Ireland is a kip when it's bad weather. I mean, it's a beautiful country when the weather is nice. But I'll never forget this. Our second day down in Mayo, and we had all the beach balls, we had everything, and the kids were dying to get to the beach. And we woke up that morning and the sun was shining. It was beautiful. And the kids got really excited. We're going to the beach. Got everything piled into the car, got into the car. And it was like today by the time we got into the car. And we ended up having to sit in the Airbnb for the whole day watching no movies. That's not my idea of a holiday, to be honest with you. And my idea of a holiday is sunshine. And it's just the thoughts of the staycation.
Like you said, when we get the weather, there is no country like Ireland. Yesterday, for example, was a glorious day. I was in town. I was in St. Stephen's Green, myself and my wife, sitting on the grass, and it was just beautiful. And like you said, when we have nice weather, there is nowhere nicer. But you can't plan anything. So we want to find out from you, what are your holiday plans for 2021? Send us a message and just write one of these words: home, if you're planning to staycation; away, if you're planning to actually go away; or neither, if you've no holiday plans whatsoever. Home, away, or neither. And send it to 085 825 2626. Send that by WhatsApp to that number and let us know what your holiday plans are for 2021. Home, away, or neither.
Do you think there's anybody listening at the moment who has a foreign holiday booked? I'd be very surprised.
I wouldn't be very surprised. I think people are taking a chance now. They're booking stuff for September onwards. I know.
Why aren't you going away by August? Sorry, by next month you'll be fully vaccinated. I assume your wife will be too.
Yep.
Because you're both in the 50+ cohort.
You're only slightly below it, by the way.
Slightly below it, yeah. Would a foreign holiday not be right up your alley because you're both vaccinated? I don't understand.
Well, okay, the staycation is booked anyway, so we're doing that anyway.
But you can cancel that. Just the thoughts of being stuck in a camper van on the west coast of Ireland if the weather is like this. I'd rather pull my fingernails off.
But we actually last year we were lucky. Most days it was fairly decent weather. But there was 1 or 2 days that it lashed out of the heavens, but we still had great crack. We really did. Okay, let's have a listen to this. Send us a WhatsApp voice note to 085 825 2626 with your holiday plans for 2021. This is from Laura.
I have Trabolgan booked for me, the husband, and the 4 kids since last year. So hopefully we'll get to enjoy it this year.
I'm sure you will, Laura. Places like Trabolgan will be open in the next couple of weeks.
But Trabolgan, and I hate to put a damper on this again. Places like Trabolgan are completely weather dependent. They really are. And, you know, I've been to Trabolgan. It's a great place when the weather's great. But when the weather's crap, you're stuck in a chalet playing Scrabble with your family for a week. And I have to be honest, that's a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. 085-825-2626. What are your holiday plans for 2021? I'm doing a staycation in July. Jeremy probably will stay home, but there's nothing booked yet. By the way, if you're planning on booking something, you want to get a move on, because I know from talking to people who work in hotels in the West, they are flat out taking bookings. They haven't even opened their doors yet, and they can't take enough bookings, basically.
Well, the one thing we've already decided on is that we are not going to be ripped off by Irish hotels. By the way, there are a lot of them. They're a joke. You know, they all promised us before during the winter. They all said, "Oh, when we open next summer, we're going to appreciate your custom, and we're not going to rip you off. We're not going to rip you off." Some of the prices I've looked at for places in Wexford, I'd get a week in Spain for the same price. I'd rather sit at home, to be honest with you, with the blinds closed and the curtains drawn. I'd rather sit at home for 2 weeks than pay through the nose for a shitty staycation in a hotel that under normal circumstances you'd probably get for 80 quid a night. So there's no way. And anybody that does pay through the roof for a staycation, you're absolutely mad, because
we all need a break. We all need a holiday.
Yeah, but I refuse to pay over the odds to stay in my own country. I have to be honest with you. I do. And I'm sure most people do feel the same way.
All right, 085-825-2626. What are your holiday plans for summer 2021 or for the rest of the year? I would like to think that maybe by Christmas, we actually have flights booked for close to Christmas to Switzerland, my favorite country in the world. And I hope we'll get to go to Switzerland at Christmas time. But other than that, I'm happy enough to stay here for this year. Next year is a different story. You were asking, is anybody going foreign? Well, this message is from John.
Morning, Adrian. Morning, Jeremy. Yeah, I have my holiday booked. I booked it there just the other day. Got my first vaccination yesterday, so I'll be fully vaccinated before I do go. I've booked Greece, Corfu, a little place there called Pelikas, lovely little village. Bring a bit of reality back into my life. Been a tough last 18 months, so yeah, we need it.
All right, very good. So there you are. He's going to Greece on his holidays, and I think as people over the next couple of weeks get vaccinated. So like I said, I'm getting my vaccine this afternoon. You'll probably get yours next week or the week after. And that gives us a bit more confidence, I suppose, to go away foreign. I know it certainly will with me, although I don't have anything planned. Becky isn't going terribly far at all.
Good morning, guys. I'm going on holiday at home. Home is Ireland to me. I've lived here for 10 years, but I really want to go to England to see my family, who I've not seen in over a year and a half because of the COVID lockdowns, and I really, really miss them. I really miss them to the point that it physically hurts. It's been awful. It's been like a really tough year, to be honest.
That is awful, I have to say. Over the next couple of weeks, the government has indicated that there will be free travel between Ireland and England. So hopefully you will be able to go see your family over the next couple of weeks. 085-825-2626 is our WhatsApp number. Your holiday plans for summer 2021, home, away, or neither? And quite a few people are doing neither because they don't like staycationing. They're not bothered booking a foreign holiday, so they're doing neither. This woman says that she worries, and this is a worry, because if you remember back to last March, there were so many people stranded in countries like Spain as the lockdown was being enforced both there and here. This woman says she worries about future restrictions coming back.
Sadly, I won't be booking either because they've been putting in restrictions for counties and different things, and I don't know, maybe I'm being negative, but I have a feeling that it's going to happen again. So I'm not booking anything probably for the next year until this is like completely gone. Thanks.
That's the thing. You see, you could end up booking a holiday and being completely let down, because I love the feeling when the holiday is finally booked and you get the email from the hotel or whatever, or from the airline saying your holiday is now confirmed, and you have a date in your head. And I would hate to think that you build yourself up. I mean, holidays are the only thing that get me from one end of the year to the next. They're the only thing that get me through work. What's the point in working? What's the point in earning a wage if you can't spend it on a holiday? That's my thing. And the thoughts of having a holiday booked only to have it cancelled because the figures go right up through the roof. I just wouldn't be bothered. Teresa says on Facebook, I agree with Jeremy. Why would you stay in Ireland and be ripped off? I mean, how much does your holiday cost you?
There's a few of us going, and it's costing 500 a head for 10 days.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's in a caravan on wheels. It's in a caravan on wheels, isn't it?
It's brilliant crack.
A caravan.
You'll eventually do it, by the way, and you'll eventually
Never.
say, "Oh my God, why did I never do that before?"
No. I can tell you now, and everybody watching, look, I swear, I will never, read my lips, I will never go on a camper van holiday in Ireland ever. Now, if it was like one of those big camper vans that Robert De Niro had in Meet the Parents, remember one of those big Winnebago things? Yeah, I would do that. But
the one we're getting is huge. It's huge.
Cooking beans on a little stove that's run by batteries. No, not for me. Not my kind of holiday at all.
Well, we had a ball last year, and I'm really looking forward to this year. So you're giving me, so you've young children, and by the way, I said this to you before. The camper van staycation is particularly brilliant for kids. The amount of kids we saw last year having an absolute blast. They did.
Child abuse. I wouldn't do that to my kids. I wouldn't put them through that abuse. No.
All right. So meanwhile, you're going to pay a small fortune for your holiday. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to be ripped off. As I said, I'd rather sit at home and get one of those, those tennis ball things that you used to have as a kid. What were they called?
Swing ball. Yeah, swing ball.
Get a swing ball thing and just leave them out in the garden for a week. Save me a few quid.
085-825-2626. We'd love to hear from you, and let us know what your holiday plans are for 2021. A lot of people are saying neither, I have to say, with your comments as to whether or not you're planning a home, away, or neither. 085-825-2626. Let us know what your holiday plans are for 2021. We are being told that come August, we will be able to travel away. We are being told that a travel corridor between the UK and Ireland is going to be in the next couple of weeks. So, yes, we want to find out what your holiday plans are for 2021. This is Matthew.
Yeah, lads, wasn't even thinking about it. Like, you might not even just be this country that the numbers go up. You could go to Spain and they could go into a lockdown as well. So that could be crap as well, going to Spain, getting to Spain, and then all of a sudden they're told to stay in your house.
I mean, that is the stuff of nightmares, having to go through all that again. If you remember last March, and people were in Spain on their holidays, and they suddenly get told, no, you can't leave the hotel. You have to stay where you are, or you get brought to the airport and chucked out of the country. The thoughts of having to go through all that again is just horrific. Now, Jeremy, you were saying a couple of moments ago, not on your Nelly will you ever go on a staycation in a camper van. Eddie is a little bit annoyed at you.
Jeremy, you're mad. I just don't get people, right, that want to travel all over the world, yet don't want to see their own country. Do you realize how many millions of people come here to see what we have to offer? And you haven't seen it, and you live here. That's just beyond me.
Yep. I agree with Eddie.
Sorry, I have seen it. I've seen most of Ireland now at this stage.
You haven't. You've never been to Donegal, for example.
Let me give you an example. Very quick. For those of you listening who think staycations are great, let me give you a little example of what happened again last year on our lovely staycation in Mayo. By the way, I hope the family who owned the Airbnb aren't listening. They were as nice as pie. Their accommodation was lovely. It's just Mayo is not for me, to be honest with you. One of the days, I think it was the fourth day of the holiday, we decided let's go to we wanted to show the kids Achill Island. Beautiful spot. when it's a lovely day. And it was about an hour and a half drive from where we were staying. I didn't realize how big Mayo is, by the way. It's bloody
Mayo's
huge. Yeah. Anyway, hour and a half drive, we get in the car, we pack everything, the kids are in the back. We gave them the iPads to shut them up for the hour and a half journey so we'd have a peaceful journey. When we got just as we got to Achill, storm clouds came over and you couldn't even drive up to the top of Achill because the weather was so bad. We ended up having to drive back. Kids crying, "Oh, we wanted to see the beach, Daddy, we wanted to see Achill." Me like a demon driving the car. Shut up. It's not my fault. The weather is not my fault. My wife's not talking to me because I'm shouting at the kids. It was a disaster, honestly. Why would anybody put themselves through that again? I just don't get it.
Yeah, well, I have to. Maybe we were just lucky with the weather last year. Nearly every day didn't rain except for one when we were up in Donegal. But the point that Eddie's making is, why would you go away to see other parts of the world when you haven't seen even your own country? That's the fact of it.
Let's be honest with you, Adrian, and let's call a spade here. The only reason, and before even COVID was a thing, every single holiday you took every year was a foreign holiday. You wouldn't piss on Ireland if it was to save your life before the pandemic. You wouldn't. Every single holiday. Wait.
But having said that, with the work that I was doing before the pandemic, I was all over the country anyway, so I did get to see a lot.
What I'm saying is, as soon as you had the chance, you got as far away from Ireland, and that's what I don't get. All these people, and they'll be putting their hashtags on social media this summer. Staycation is the best. Staycation forever. Would you shut up? Because as soon as the airport's back open again, you'll be over to Ayia Napa quicker than a flash, you will. And the same with you, Adrian. As soon as holidays go back, you'll be on a cruise to the bloody Seychelles or something like that. You won't be going to you won't be going to Cahersivee in County Kerry, and you won't be going to Belmullet, and you won't be going to Hook Head. You'll be going to Thailand or to Alaska or wherever the hell you had planned. So all these people, all you claiming that you're patriots and all that, and that you love staycation in Ireland. Oh, Ireland is beautiful. You don't get anywhere like it in the world. Would you give me a break?
That's all true.
So why do you all shag off to Spain every year if you think Ireland is so great? It's so annoying, this false sense of patriotism that people have when it comes to staycations. Oh, there's nowhere like Ireland. There's nowhere like Ireland. Would you give me a break? Next year you'll be all on a beach in Corfu. So behave yourselves.
085-825-2626
annoyed
is
now.
our WhatsApp number. We'd love to hear from you. What are your holiday plans for 2021? Home, away, or neither? Just answer that question. Send us a WhatsApp. 085-825-2626. Home, away, or neither? Here's a WhatsApp voice note from Sinead.
Hi guys. Well, Jeremy, if you're thinking of doing a staycation, maybe do what we're going to do, and that's where we're going to stay in a couple of different houses. So it's self-catering, and my kids are quite happy, hanging out on the beach at 18 degrees and hopping into the water. So that's what we're going to do. We're doing Lisdoonvarna, then we're doing Westport, and then we're doing Bundoran. And the minute
in the sea.
she will be. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks very much indeed, Sinead.
I'm just looking through my photographs on my phone from my staycation last year in Mayo. Look how miserable I look. That's a beach. That's a beach in Mayo. Look at that for miserable. Look at that. Yeah. The clouds. I know I'm wearing a t-shirt and shorts in the photograph, but I am absolutely freezing cold. We couldn't even put a blanket down on the sand because it was blown all over the place. We stayed there for about 20 minutes. Now, the kids loved it, I have to say. They were happy, but...
That's what it's all about, though, isn't it? Isn't that all about the kids being happy?
No, it's about the parents, because we pay for the holiday. It's about us.
Okay, 085-825-2626 is our WhatsApp number. Let us know what your holiday plans are for 2021. Are you going home, away, or neither? Now, look, I'll show you a photograph.
Here's a message, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. Show it to me, yeah. Sorry, just a message that we just got from a mutual friend of ours. Tell Kennedy to shut up. Before the pandemic, he was the cruise king, went cruising every year. And now he's going on like he's the Irish Tourism Board. Give me a break. You make me sick, Adrian. It's right. He's right.
Okay, this is us, or this is me last year on Inishoore, one of the Aran Islands off the coast of Clare and Galway. Now, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Look. Beautiful weather. Look at the sky. Look.
Jeez, it looks like a scene from The Quiet Man. Or you look like your man. Who was your man? Get out of my field. What was his name?
That was our staycation. That was our staycation last year. And most of the days were nice. So, anyway.
Let me ask you an honest question. I want you to answer this question honestly, okay? Because I know we're wrapping up soon, okay? Did you have as much fun in a rat-infested caravan?
It wasn't a rat-infested caravan or anything like it, but go on.
Okay. Did you have as much fun in a trailer, basically with an oven in the back of it, as you did on as you did on a cruise holiday visiting places like the Bahamas and the Seychelles and Miami?
I had a ball last year. In fact, I was surprised.
You must have been locked for the whole thing. You must have been locked for the whole
surprised at how
holiday.
much we enjoyed it, to be honest with you. And I'm kind of raging I never did it before. I wish I'd done it before because we had great fun, honestly. And I'm really looking forward to this year. We're doing it in July. And then somebody's messaging us. Oh, thanks very much for this. Somebody's messaging us from Spain. Thanks very much indeed for sending us pictures. Here's a picture I just took on this gorgeous Thursday morning. Hope the weather at home isn't too shabby. Thank you for that message. And just to look, wouldn't you be jealous? Here, look at his photograph. Look at that. I don't know whereabouts in Spain that is, but look at the weather.
Yeah, well, it beats the hell. Yeah, it beats the hell out of Bray, doesn't it? Can you imagine being out in Bray now
outside this window?
Yeah.
All right, let me just squeeze in.
We
squeeze in a couple more messages. Stephen.
I totally agree with Jeremy. As soon as the airport's all open, everybody's going to say, feck Ireland. We go off and do our own nice sunny holidays and all that. To me personally, I love my own country, and I spent a lot of time driving all over my own country with the camper van. And I tend to go over to Germany a lot with the camper van as well. So we do a lot of stuff with the camper van related. But I totally agree with him though, 100%. As soon as the airports are all open, people are just going to not care about Ireland as much as they make themselves out to be at the moment. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thanks very much indeed, Stephen.
By the way,
yeah, go on.
Genuine question. How do you do a bit of in a camper van?
How do you do a bit of?
Because one of the things I like to do on holidays is
what? Nod your head from side to side.
No, one of my things about going away
when you go on your holidays, you love nodding your head from side to side.
No, I like a bit of woohoo, woohoo. Yeah. It's part of my holiday.
So part of your, I just want to paint the picture here. You're on your holidays, be it a staycation or away, and you like nothing more than woohoo, woohoo.
Yeah,
whatever because the hell that is.
No, because when I'm on holidays in Spain, I'm jacked and tanned, and I feel sexy. I feel a bit sexier than I do in Ireland. I didn't feel sexy in Belmullet. Didn't feel sexy at all. But when I'm away in Spain, and I have the tan, and I have the oil on me and all that, and I've shaved the body and all that. Yeah, I get a bit frisky. The warm weather is good for my... little Jeremy likes the warm weather, let's just say, okay? Little Jeremy doesn't perform in the cold weather. But how could little Jeremy perform in a camper van? I couldn't feel sexy in a camper van. I'd say you look like Jim Royal in the Royal Family in a camper van.
I was showing you this photograph a couple of minutes ago, and this is from one of our listeners. His name is Dennis.
Dennis, yeah.
Dennis is in Santander in northern Spain.
Hi, Adrian. Dennis here. Just want to say I am looking forward to actually coming home to Portmarnock for hopefully 6 to 8 weeks this July. Living here in Spain, north of Spain, and absolutely dying to get home to see everyone.
Yeah, so there you are. Pop into us when you're home, Dennis.
Now, Laura knows what I'm talking about with the nodding of the head. Don't you, Laura?
Hang on, Laura. Let's have a listen.
Oh, my God. You nearly killed me. A bit of how's your father?
Yes, exactly. How's your father in a camper van?
So hang on, can you just describe to me again your mating ritual? So it's Is that your mating ritual?
Yeah, I don't even have to. It's all in the body language of my wife. I never even have to say to her, "Are you up for it?" I just go, look. I just go, woo, 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 and she knows that's the mating call sign.
That's the mating call.
The mating call. You still haven't answered the question. Dublin wants to know, how did Adrian get a bit of woo woo?
Well, I certainly didn't do that.
But what do you do? Do you tell the other people who are staying in the camper with you, by the way, go for a long walk? I'll see you in 20 minutes. Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
In a hotel room with children, what do you do there?
That's a simple answer. No, simple answer for that. Kids club. They're brilliant on holidays, the kids clubs.